Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're still here at the Long Beach Grand Prix, bringing you special access to this very special car next to me. What is it? Of course, it's the all-new 2024 Integra Type S. But before I just jump in to this beautiful pearlescent white edition, let me talk about what's going on here. Acura really bringing the performance behind the Integra name that people were hoping for. And what's interesting is, remember, they're bringing a little bit more horsepower, a little bit more than the Civic Type R. Now, the great news for enthusiasts like you and me is they're still bringing the magical 6-speed short throw manual transmission, but there's also some special dealer installed options that you could do to your Type S that I think is really gonna blow your mind. But what I want to find out is, if you're looking for that sport performance compact car, is this the best one to buy? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out. Right off the bat, this white color is absolutely stunning. Remember, you are going to have your hero colors, Tiger's Eye, Apex Blue, but definitely the white is one of my favorites, and it's much, much different than Championship White on the Type R. One of the things with it being a white vehicle is it really shows that work that they did to the fender flare. Remember, 2.8 inches of extra width to the front of the vehicle, and then of course having that Integra name. It's been around since 1986. It's great to be back on this car. Now at the front, let me know how you feel about the white with the black accents. I think it really hits the nail right on the head, especially with these basketball size openings that are going to flow tons of air. And then of course the Type S badge nicely placed on the grille. That will be one of those things that you could actually change as a dealer installed option and have black badges rather than the silver. But definitely that precision crafted performance grille, flowing all that cool air for that 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine, putting out 320 horsepower with a limited slip diff. And of course you have that nice 6-speed manual transmission. Now when we rise up, the white color on this really shows the nice crisp lines, not only on the center part of the hood, but also as we curve up and go towards the A-pillars, you're gonna flow 170% more air through this vehicle with that heat extractor. Now, one of my favorite things is coming around the bend. Standard color is gonna be shark gray. And what we're looking at are 19-inch wheels with those Brembo calipers, the Acura script, and of course you have those nice large, like I said, 2-piece rotors. But the great news is check this out. You're gonna be able to have, and thanks to the help of Jonathan Rivers, the famous Jonathan Rivers, you're gonna have your option to get these dealer installed copper, not bronze. I've been told not to use the B word. Copper wheels, same spoke design, but boy, oh boy, with the white, I think this is the way that I would option it. And I actually applaud Acura for allowing us to be able to choose shark gray or those copper wheels. 265, look at the width. 265 on the width. Never before has an Integra had a tire this wide from the factory. There you go, Jonathan. Thank you for the help. Continuing down the side, of course, we got our Type S badge. Like I said, just like up front, you could get that different color. Working our way quickly towards the rear. What is special about this car is that you have a lot of unique pieces that are specific to the Integra, like the side sill extensions, of course, that massive fender flare, the way that comes into the back portion and curves all the way around. And then as we come to the back of the car, this is where you'll be able to get another dealer installed option. This is your standard trunk lid, or I should say sportback lid spoiler, but there will be a carbon fiber dealer installed optional one that will be even more aggressive. Let me know how you feel about it. Are you zonking this setup? Would you want that original Integra Type R larger wing? One of the reasons why I say that might not be the best way to go is because of how much space there is. If you look at how much room from the rear quarter window to the rear spoiler here, that's not a lot of room. Plus, if you notice where the flare part of the fender is up top, this was much different than the original Integra Type R. That one was more squared off. So that's why I think on this particular model, a big, huge wing just would not work, especially with how much space we have from the glass to the edge. But I am curious to see what the carbon fiber dealer installed optional one is gonna be. Will it be like on the TLX Type S? I hope so. Now working our way down, massive rear diffuser, and then the big question mark here is how are they making the pops and bangs? Because if you know, I own a FL5 Civic Type R, it's very, very quiet. This exhaust, not only is it the larger openings, but deep down inside, there's actually something different going on engineering-wise. They won't tell me yet. They're telling me I gotta wait until the official media drive to find out exactly what is the secret sauce with getting the pops and bangs out of the exhaust on this particular model. But why don't we go ahead? We showed you what the black interior looks like on the Apex Blue. This one has the red. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, we're inside this Acura Integra Type S in the atrium at Long Beach Grand Prix. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, how much is this gonna cost? They are tight-lipped. I actually tried to get with Jonathan Rivers and try to trick him and use a little bit of reverse psychology, because remember, I was a psychology teacher for 18 years. I tried to use some of my reverse psychology. I could not get the price out of them. I'm still going with my gut. MSRP $48,000 is what I think it's gonna be. But let's see what's unique about this pearlescent white, because there's some special things on the interior, different than the Apex Blue. To the door panels. Right away, I absolutely love the two-tone interior. The black with the red just makes it perfect. And what I love about the Integra Type S as well is the ELS Studio 3D sound system comes standard with the 16 speakers. But let me know how you feel about the red interior. Are you yay or are you nay? Door pocket is on the smaller side, but you know what? You could get a couple Baja Fresh meals in there and a bottle of kombucha to wash it down. Now going from the door panel to the dash, more of that luscious red. Really, really think that this was smart. I think my one zonk is I would like to see some contrast stitching, just to kind of elevate it to a new level. But the great news about this material, anti-fingerprint and anti-glare, obviously sitting inside here, I can't turn it on. We got the 9-inch infotainment system, all the other goodies, the dual climate control, heated seats, all that. If you're wondering, well, Joe, is that the new Type S shift knob? No, they take it off just like at auto shows so that somebody doesn't get a free souvenir. But this just shows you the thread pattern. So if you're gonna get an optional shift knob, you could do that, or you could go with the titanium shift knob. That's a dealer installed option. Nice Alcantara material, Type S with the aluminum. 2 cup holders, super soft, especially on the red. It's a nice balance between the black and the red. My favorite part are the seats. You got the Type S name. Look at the way that microfiber suede material, extra bolstering both at the top and the bottom, and they did better stitching. Different stitching than on your standard Integra. My big zonk is manual seat for the driver, which is a little bit, for the passenger, I'm the driver. For the passenger, power seat for the driver. Now, if you want to see the rest of the inside of the Integra Type S, I'll leave the link to the Apex Blue one that we did outside for you at the end of this review. But I have a special treat. Normally, I like to pop the hood. We're going to go beyond that. Get ready. Let's check out my special treat with this Integra Type S. All right, guys, I told you I had a special treat. Where we're at, we're still in that atrium area here at the Long Beach Grand Prix, but I'm in Chiaki's garage. And Acura, what they have done is they basically created an anime series, but they brought it to life. And that is the thing that I think is super special, kind of tying everything in. Now, normally when I show you under the hood, the engine is there and we get to see what we can see. Acura doing things a little differently in Chiaki's garage here. Look what I have on the engine stand. This is the 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine plucked right from the Integra Type S. What I love that they did is giving it a different engine cover than the one on the Civic Type R, and what's special is that this color actually comes from the NSX Type S. But with it being on the engine stand, let me show you some of the goodies. So we have that upgraded turbocharger. You can see the coolant lines and everything for that turbo, how you have that downpipe. Even has our Honda engine oil filter with our oil pan on the bottom. It's always cool to see this stuff with the castings, how everything is constructed. But even on the back side of the turbo, look at that. You can actually see the turbine inside there. Really allows us to kind of take it further than what we could do if it's underneath the hood. On the back portion, you can see that we have the camshafts up top, of course, and then working your way down all of the hoses for cooling. And then, of course, on the back side, this is where you're gonna find some of the electronics. You got your starter, your alternator, there's that oil pan. This is your drain plug. So when you're underneath your Integra Type S and you're draining the oil, that's what we're hitting right there. It's actually a lot easier to get to when it's sitting on an engine stand. But this is what I like to bring, that little extra special touch. And this is what's gonna be powering that 320 horsepower mated to that 6-speed manual transmission. But let's get back over to that pearlescent white Integra Type S and wrap this one up. All right, guys, it is insanity in this atrium with all the Acura products on display, especially this pearlescent white Acura Integra Type S. Definitely gotta thank the whole Acura team for allowing us access to this, and of course, a special cameo experience by the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Jonathan Rivers, working the magic with the wheels and tires like he always do. Thank you, Jonathan, for that. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. Also down in that comment section, let me know if you think this is the best new sport performance compact car that you would buy. Let me know down in that comment section. Of course, if you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family, and I cannot thank enough Lori Gibbons Raiti, working that camera like a champ, following us on the journey every step of the way. She makes the magic happen. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do from the bottom of my heart. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.